All right, guys. I apologize for that technical difficulty. Looks like I'm gonna have to break this up into two parts. I was trying not to, uh, sometimes it just shuts off for some reason. I think it's an interior thing. But uh, but stay with me, and if not, that's fine. I'm gonna continue where I left off with the questions. And I saw John Netherton. He asked a question. I'll get to his right now. Let me get right to those two questions that were there. You asked me, John, if were you the only one that thought Shao Kahn was overpowered in Mortal Kombat 9? He's the boss, you know. I wouldn't necessarily say he was too overpowered.
I felt, I felt Shao to this day. Shao Kahn Mortal Kombat 9, the arcade mode, I don't think holds a candle to Shao Kahn Mortal Kombat 3. I still find this Mortal Kombat 3 version harder than the Mortal Kombat 9.
But yeah, never really. I mean, you could be kind of alone on that one, but it is what it is. But then you asked me, of course, never played any X-Men games on the GameCube. No.
So, GameCube X-Men games. X-Men Legends come out for the game?
Yeah. I had X-Men. If you're talking about X-Men Legends, I had that for my Xbox and stuff like that. So no, not at all. But let's move on to the next question, which comes from Lacanis. And what was the first game you ever played? Like I said, was hang on, the Motocross Sega game. It came with the Sega Master System. It was in the Sega Master System. Like you didn't need you know what the Sega Master System is, Google it up to see what it is. It was inside the game. Like it was incorporated into the game system. So you just turn the game on and you get to play it. That was fun. That was my first game I ever played. Good stuff. Good stuff. What do you have favorite genres? Yeah, fighting games, action adventure games, RPGs. I love RPGs. Um, Sports simulation games. Yeah, I do. I like those, as well as uh, depending on motocross. Depending on, I like racing games, but I'm not. I don't like all that. I'm not into all that. You know, you got to get your this license to get this and that. You know, like Gran Turismo stuff. I'm not. Just look. Just give me a car and a race. You can soup it up. You beat this amount of races, and then you can get a new car, stuff like that. That's why I'm a big Need for Speed fan. I like Need for Speed and Midnight Run. Man, remember those games? Those you know, and of course, Burnout. I'm a big Burnout fan too. I like those. I like first-person shooters. I like survival horror games. Uh, and did I say flight simulation games? Yeah, I like those. But yeah, I have a lot of genres that I like. What is the game that you play most now? That's Mass Effect. I continue to play Mass Effect over and over and over. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. I play those nonstop. Uh, I love the story. I love the story. I love the characters. It is one of the greatest franchises ever. It truly is. And you could say, oh, but it only came out about a few years. How can you put it up there? It is. It is. In a short span of time, that game has got a following so much. It's almost right up there with Star Trek and Star Wars. So yeah, there you go. Candace, oh my God, Clanders. Uh, have you played Batman Arkham Knight yet? No, I haven't. Like I said, don't have a PS4, so I can't play. Um, have you played Assassin's Creed Unity? I've heard a lot of bad things about that one, like a lot of bugs and glitches, and so I have not. I've been kind of iffy of playing it. Um, do you think Assassin's Creed Syndicate will be great? Hell yeah. Um, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait to play that. Uh, when I get my PS4, that is. How do you think the future of man? How many questions you asked? There's like okay, okay. That was three. All right, three, four. Hold on, one, two, three, four. That was three. All right, here's your fourth question. How do you feel the future of gaming will be? Fine, pretty much fine. It's gonna amp up, but it's gonna be just fine. It's an industry that makes money. It is a $1 billion industry. Yes. So, uh, and how would you like to have a big team of crossover game between one and would I like to have a big depends. I talked about this one be interesting because I actually talked about crossovers in video games on a video before that, so you go check that out and you get your answer from there. So yeah. Um, okay, Miko Chanel, who's your favorite anamorphic anamorphic game character? You're basically talking about animal characters. All right, Sonic is up there. Yoshi is up there. Uh, the Battletoads, the Battletoads are up there. Um, Battletoads are up there. Uh, who? Donkey Kong, yeah, he's up there. Donkey Kong's up there. Uh, there's a couple. Those are a few. What are your favorite top-down shooters? Uh, top-down shooters. You mean third-person shooters? Never. If you're talking about top-down shooter, then if I'm not mistaken, that's what you call that's what you call Time Crisis. Yes, top rail shooter. So if that's the case, that would be Time Crisis. Um, do you? What's it like? Yeah, give me an example. Oh, yeah. Then that would be it. Space Harrier, Panzer Dragoon would be up in there. I'd still get down on some centipede. So yeah, yeah. I was about to put that Gunstar Heroes. Yeah, those are some of my favorites. Definitely. I actually have Gunstar Heroes downloaded on my Xbox 360. I love that game. Let's see. Do you play any puzzle games? Yeah, Tetris, uh, Columns. Those are some of my favorites right there. Uh, do you do you have any joysticks? I'm not really into the joysticks, that kind of stuff. The joystick controls. I just play with the regular controller. I really don't care really too much. Do you play any platforms? Uh, you talking about like Dance Dance Revolution and stuff like that? Uh, not too much. If that's what you're talking about, yeah, I don't play those too much. Uh, when I go to arcades, yeah, I rarely play those things. It's kind of funny. Just it's not like I can't play it, but I just don't play it. I don't. Let's see. Princess of Gay Serena. 2 weeks ago, you asked me thoughts on Ken's new look in Street Fighter V. I like it. It once again they're really trying to showcase kind of a difference between Ryu and Ken. For a long time, what is Ryu and Ken? They've looked the same. Just one had black or brownish hair, the other was blonde. One was red, the other was white. They had the same fighting stance. You can go back and forth between them, and you couldn't tell them apart. But now, Ken looks different. He looks like he still has his red gi, but he's tied it down, and like he's wearing like one of those armored, like body like exercise suits that you see like a lot of people wear those really tight, and you can see like they've always distinguished Ken having the better kick attacks, even though they trained in the same style. But Ken's kicks are better, and I love what they're doing. He looks great. He looks great. I can't wait to play it. Can't wait to play it. The next question is favorite Dreamcast game. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh my god. That's a hard one. Oh. Mm. Oh, god damn it. I guess I'll say Shenmue. There you go. I can say Shenmue. I could say Crazy Taxi. I could say Power Stone. Man. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Uh, first Capcom versus SNK was on there. You're a big fighting game fan, Serena. You should know. Oh God, there's so many games. Uh, like I said, even bass fishing. There's so many, Serena. That's a hard question to ask. Oh boy, House of the Dead 2. Uh, good stuff. Good stuff. Your next question is ready for Tekken 7. Yeah, when it comes out, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Definitely want to see. I guess this is the end of the Mashiba bloodline. It's like, all right, this is it. I hope it is kind of. It's like because we thought Hiachi was dead in the fifth one, or fourth one, fifth one, and what happened? This fool's still alive. I don't know how he survived, but he did. I don't know how you get blown up, and at that velocity he was falling, he cracks right into solid marble of a gravestone. How he ain't die on impact, I have no idea. And you got to remember, Hiachi ain't no spring chicken. He's old. But, that's what it is. Next question is, should Sega reinvent the Shinobi franchise? Ooh, good question. Good question. I would love to see the Joe Mushishiba, Mushabi. Yeah, I'm forgetting the last name. That bloodline come out. I mean, let's face it. When it comes to ninjas and video games, biggest ninja is Ryu Hayabusa. He's called the ultimate ninja, and that ain't a catchphrase. That's a fact. I would love to see Sega reinvent the Shinobi game. I would love to see them do it. Because the last one, if you didn't hear Malcolm, yeah, is Day Mem, and that shit was hard as a motherfucker. I mean, I could tell you right now, I'd never even beat that game. Never beat that game. I that was for the PS2. Never beat it. I was stuck, I think, on the 8th level because it was so freaking hard. I was like, God damn, this is hard. And there were times I would just get so frustrated. I had to stop playing because I knew if I got too frustrated, I wouldn't go as crazy. I've seen cats do on YouTube. You know, they're breaking their controllers or breaking their TVs. I'm like, yeah, you're going too far with that shit. But yeah, I really do think Shinobi should be reinvented. Um, Thoughts on Konami? Yeah. Thoughts on Kojima Konami feud? Uh, you know, I just got some more info on why Konami fired him. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but the rumor is they true because he was too expensive. Okay, that doesn't justify you guys now, especially here in the States when Metal Gear comes out, his name is taken off of the game. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? You got to be kidding me to think that his name should be on that game. That's his baby. That's one of his babies. He put a lot of hard work and time and effort into that, and now Konami here in the States want to take it up. I hear the Metal Gear 5 in Japan still will have his name on it. Okay, why not in the States? What the hell? You know, and you know what? Sometimes I figure like this. Look, if that's the case, if that is the case, Konami's lost another company's game. Kojima-san, take your talent somewhere to another company. You know, take your talent somewhere else because I would think someone else would gladly pick up your ingenuity, your creativity. I've said it before. Hideo Kojima is one of my idols, and it would be saddening to see that his creativity is not going to be showcased in another company, or maybe he'll come out with his own company. I don't know, but it'd be great, you know, just to see him almost like suck it to Konami and be like, yeah, I can still do it without you. And you know what? Let him even say that because he know he can. Yeah, Andre uh, Podrick, what's the weirdest game you ever played? Uh, Weirdest game I ever played. I don't play too many weird games. Or I guess, yeah, I guess you could say Silent Hill. That was weird. That was especially um um that's about it. I played Final Frame once, which Fatal Frame once, which was, you know, the ghost game. You see the ghost through the camera. But other than that, you know, I never really played too many weirded games like that. Uh, I won't even like. I remember the game at the time. To me, it was kind of. It wasn't weird, but it was just really addictive. Like zombies ate my neighbors, my next door neighbors. That game. Uh, Kid Chameleon got addictive to me because it was like I wanted to beat all 100 levels of that game. Yeah, Kyle, that's you. But no, it's funny. But I never really played too many weird games. Never really too many. Um, not really. What is your favorite Nintendo game that you ever played? Legend of Zelda. There you go. Easy, short, and sweet. Bam, right there. What is your favorite female character in fighting in a fighting game? That's kind of tough because you're not specifically saying which fighting game, but Chun Li, Cammy, Sonya Blade, you know, uh, King, Mai Shiranui, uh,
Make it specifically King, because somebody might think something like that.
okay, yeah, with King, King was from the game. Is an SNK character. She first appeared in The Art of Fighting, and she looks like a man. She looks like a man, but she's actually a girl. She knows Muay Thai. But she dresses like a boy. People think she's a man, but she's not. She's a woman. Uh, there's so many. That's what I'm saying. Like that was you should have been a little bit more specific with that one, Andre. Uh, but what console did you like the best growing up? Best growing up, Sega Genesis. Um, had a cousin that had Super Nintendo, and a lot of Super Nintendo games I loved. My brother uh, still has a lot of the Nintendo consoles. Still has 64. Uh, GameCube. He still has the GameCube. Uh, Genesis. I loved. I said Genesis, right? The regular Nintendo always be a treasure to me. Uh, uh, the PS1, PS2, PS2, still the. You don't believe it? Look it up, research it. It's still the top selling console ever. No console has beaten that in sales yet. That's saying a lot for PS2. Remember when the discs were blue? I actually loved when you would get some of those games that had the blue disc. And I apologize for that alert, guys. Let's see what else we have here. Next up, your next question. What is your happiest memory about playing video games? When all my cousins would come over to my house, and we would have an all-nighter just playing games. We would go from Sonic 2 to Sonic 3, playing Streets of Rage. Like anytime I had a lot of games that had like two-player games I loved. When my cousins would come over and we would just bang out an all-nighter, play video games, and my mom, she would come in and y'all still up, things like that. It was fun. Those are happy times. Those are good times. Times I cherish. And we would play Streets of Rage and Sonic, and it was kind of fun because when Sonic 2 came out, little Tails would be in the game, but you pick up a second controller, you can play with him, and then they would have the multi, uh, the split screen where you can play the two-player mode. Those are the good times. Those are the times that I loved. Cousins and I, when me and my cousin, when we were down, we were at our older cousin who lives in North Carolina. We played, me and my young cousin, he's a year younger than me. We went down and we played, first time playing Resident Evil together. And this was at the time, my cousin, our older cousin, James, we call him Jim, lived right across the street from a goddamn cemetery. And that did not help. That didn't help at all. So we're playing this game that's all about jump scares and survival horror, and we got so scared that we had to go to the bathroom together. Like one of us would stay out right outside the door, even if we had to make a number two. We had ordered pizza, and we slipped the money through the mail slot, and told him, "There's money, but you can go now and just drop the pizza there." I kid you not. I swear on my mother's grave that we did that. That's how scared we got it. Good, scary moment, but it was good times. I'll never forget it. Those are some of the fondest memories I have with playing video games, especially the earlier days before it really got digital and really got online and stuff like that. where you really had to, if you wanted to play 2 players, you know, people had to come over and play. It was good times, good times. You know, those are the fun times. Finally, another fun memory is finally when I got Malcolm, and he was younger into games. Like, you know, he was little at the time, and I would sit him, when he was a baby, I would sit him in my lap, and I would watch, and he would just sit there, watch the game. At the time, he was like a baby, so he liked all of the colors. And when he got older, I would let him play, you know, here, and show him how to play it. And then he got older, and then he would sneak in my room and play the game and turn on that. You know, those are good times. Those are fun times for me. You know, it was fun times. Those are good times. I'll never forget those. I'll never. Let's see. Nipfree, Dano, what's up? Next question. You guys can ask questions, guys. Could a Devil May Cry Bayonetta mashup game work, and how fast would Dante hit on? Yes. The same guy who created Bayonetta created Dante. Kenji Inafune. He created both, so it would work well. The mesh would work well. Dante would hit on Bayonetta just like that. So yeah, definitely. But the thing is, I just don't want it just to be thrown together. There's got to be a legit story of why these 2 characters are coming together. Because in a sense, it kind of feels that the Dante world and the Bayonetta world, they kind of work in the same world. They kind of are in a shared world. That's just how I look at it. Your next question is, what are your thoughts on the trailer for the fan-made Silent Hill game, Allison Road? I never saw it. Gotta check that out. That's something I gotta check out. How I know you're a big Metro fan. Is there a Metro Is there a Metroid game that you don't like? The Metro games that I've played, I've liked. There's never been a Metroid game that I didn't like. Not necessarily. I have not really liked. You know, when they finally made Metro go like first person shooter, I was okay with it. I was like, all right, you know. But I really think it's time for us as fans, especially of Samus, that they kind of changed it. Maybe give it a little bit more of a third person feel to it now, where we could see her, you know, instead of just we're looking through her eyes. You know, I think it's time that they go a little bit that route. You know, I think we're all still waiting to see what Nintendo brings for Samus. You know, where they do a Metroid Prime 3, you know, and things like that. So, yeah. But there's never really been a Metroid game that I've hated or disliked or not like. Let's see. Next up, out of all the Spider-Man games, which one do you like the most? For me, it's Web of Shadows. It would probably be Spider-Man 2, the movie game. That was fun. And the Spider-Man games that came out for the PS1, I enjoyed those a lot. And I got to throw in Maximum Carnage in there. I know a lot of people that haven't beat it, but I have. And probably Spider-Man, the Spider-Man versus Kingpin game that came out for the Genesis, like that too, where, you know, taking pictures was really cool because you needed that to refill your web fluid. Like you needed money. That was cool. The Spider-Man arcade game, Spider-Man and the X-Men. There's so many. There's so many. Should Sega bring back its old school mascot, Sagara Senshiro, the guy that fought Chuck Norris in in that one death battle. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, man, I haven't heard that name in so long, but just yeah, I think they should because yeah, he was their old school mascot. He was before Sonic took it. Yeah, he was. Let me move on to some more. Hey, let me see some questions. What the hell? Okay, hold on. All right, let me see. I think I'm missing some questions here. I cancel that. Do this. Um, let's see what else. Let's see. I think I'm missing some questions. I know like some other question, guys. Hold on. Like I said, guys, you can ask questions all you want. Let's see. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go. Looking for questions after Dano's questions. Let me see. If you don't stop, aha. Yeah, I know it. Thunder Beats. There we go. What's up, Chris? I'm new to your channel and I really enjoy the vids and topics you talk about. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. What console generation is your favorite? Console generation. Uh, I would probably say when it was just Nintendo and Sega, that was great. Then console generation. And what is my favorite? Uh, I would also say. I would also say. I would say that the when the Sony finally jumped into the, but it is what it is. But I'd definitely say with Sega and Nintendo when it was those two really going at it, because each one was putting out top-notch games. You know, it was Mario versus Sonic. In a sense. Uh, but it's just so sad now that Sega is a third party company now. Like I said, somebody asked me that question earlier on the first part of this discussion. If you want to watch the first 50 plus minutes of this, then watch there. I had to do another one because the computer just shut down. Shut down on me. Okay. Are there any game genres that you don't enjoy playing? Um, like I said, I'm not the biggest into those like World of Warcraft games. I'm not big into them. I'm not. I'm not the biggest fan of those. I'm not a Warcraft fan. It's like I said. I don't mean any harm and disrespect, but it's just that's a franchise that just never really intrigued me. It's just like, and I've seen footage of it and gameplay, and I'm just like, I don't see the big deal about this. Why does everybody jump to this? But more power to you. Um, let's see. Is there any game series that was discontinued that you think was underrated or unappreciated? Oh, plenty, plenty. Um, Panzer Dragoon, underrated game. Should have been more. Uh, Virtual Cop is not underrated, but I think there should have been more. Uh, Unappreciated. Um, remember, remember, uh, remember Vector Man? Really think they could revamp Vector Man for a new. I think they tried it too. I think they did. Because I know they tried Bomberman. They tried to reinvent that, and that was stupid. Um, you know, what else I could put up there is, man, there's so many. It's hard to think, but yeah, there's a bunch. Do you enjoy RPGs, old or new? Yeah, love RPGs. You know, Chrono Trigger, of course, Final Fantasy. Come on. Uh, 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 Fantasy Star, um, Shining Force. You name it, those RPGs I love. Uh, yeah. Do you like survival horror genre? And if you do, which one did you enjoy the most? What happened? Of course, I'm a huge survival horror game fan. Um, but if I was to pick my favorite, yeah, it would be the first survival horror game I've played, Resident Evil. Do I admit that they have maybe kind of jumped the gun and they're going more John Woo-ish action? Yeah, I will. And I do think they need to find kind of go back to basics of what Resident Evil is survival horror. So I will, yeah, I do, but definitely, of course, I still want to play that latest survival horror game, which was called what was it called? I forgot what the name of it, but the guy he running from the guy with a chainsaw. Shoot, Evil Within. There you go. I still want to play that game. I heard nothing but good things about that. Um, so yeah, and I'm looking forward to playing that new game that comes out for the PS4 called Until Dawn. That looks fun. That looks kind of creepy as well. So yeah, where consequences, play a lot in that game. Like yeah. Zach the Thunder King. Hey Zach. Thoughts on Predator and Metal Gear, Mortal Kombat X. I'm cool with it. I've seen all his fatalities. Seen it's cool. I never would have thought he would be in it, but the Mortal Kombat universe suits the Predator. Hardest game you ever played, like I said, was probably Shinobi for the PS2. When they rebooted it. Castlevania. Castlevania is always hard. So I'm definitely putting those up there. Uh, mm, what? Oh, ah, man, there's a couple.
I don't know.
Which one?
Probably should be able to do that. Currently, people, the hardest game Chris is playing now is 5 Nights at
Oh my
Freddy's 2.
gosh!
Yes.
Are you putting you? Okay, all right. So you're gonna put Five Nights at Freddy's in there? Okay. The second one, okay. I'm having a little trouble, guys, with that game because I'm still stuck on night 2. That shit is hard, man. It's like there's so much you gotta do, and like you gotta keep little psycho Pinocchio from coming. You gotta worry about Balloon Boy, hello, coming there, and then you gotta worry about this and worry about that, and it's just like, oh my god. So yeah, that is kind of hard. but I wouldn't not this, it is what it is. Favorite racing game? I'm a big Need for Speed fan and a Burnout fan, and Midnight Run, Mid Midnight. Yeah, those games like those. I like racing games. Like I said, I don't hate Gran Turismo, but I don't like all that. Well, you gotta get a D license to do this and get a C. That putting that extra realism in. I'm like, yeah, no, come on, y'all. Let's get racing. Come on, come on, man. Let's do that. So yeah, Need for Speed, Burnout or Paradise, games like that. I'm all for. Yeah. Thoughts on Batman Arkham Knight? Haven't played it yet. A lot of people have asked me. I have not. I don't have a PS4, guys. I don't have a next gen system yet. So until I get it, once I get it, I play it. I don't care how long it'll take. I'll play it and then I'll review it. I'll review it right here on this channel. Because I don't have a video game channel anymore. All my video game stuff is now on my main channel now. Works better that way. Which game do you want to see make a comeback? Plenty of them. I'm dying for a new Streets of Rage. Come on. I'm dying for another Fatal Fury. I'm dying for another Art of Fighting. I'm dying for another Samurai Showdown. I'm dying for another Panzer Dragoon. I'm dying for. There's too many. What's that? And that is it. So thanks, Jack, for those games. Next up comes from Red Thunder Dragon. Nice name, like that. Would you like to see a new Voltron game? There was a Voltron. I'm trying to remember. Was it a Voltron game? I can't remember. I think there was one. I wouldn't mind a new Voltron game. Give it more of a feel of Voltron. Mecha-like game. Yeah, take that. Where would you like to see Assassin's Creed go next? Well, I really want them to go feudal Japan. I really want them to go Japan. Feudal Japan, but because they've already said, Ubisoft said they won't go modern like now. So if not, I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a Creed during the war, maybe a war like World War I or World War II, or maybe even the Vietnam War. What if they make it as if it's the Templars that really, were the catalyst for the United States getting involved in that war? Things like that. I wouldn't mind. But definitely feudal Japan definitely is the one I want. Yes, that's what I want. I want feudal Japan so badly for Assassin's Creed. Could a Hitman and Splinter Cell game crossover game work? Yeah, to a degree, yeah, it could. Be interesting to see what would bring Agent 47 and Sam Fisher together, or are they at odds with each other, or are they after the same quarry in a sense, things like that. So yeah. Last question. Did you play any of the Power Ranger games? Yeah. Oh yeah. Old school Power Ranger games. I played a couple of them. The one that came out for the Genesis. I played the movie. Played one for Super Nintendo where it was like kind of like a King of Monsters. So yeah, I played a couple of them. The old school Power Ranger games. Yes. Next up, Perry King. What's your favorite Mortal Kombat game? What are your favorite Mortal Kombat games? Always will love the first one. Always, second one is always up there too. Their new generations are great, and of course, I gotta put Deadly Alliance up there. Now that was the game that brought it back, So yeah. if you'd ask me my less favorite, yeah, then 4 would be up there. Can't stand 4. Have you played any games in the Pokemon franchise? Yeah, I used to have the original Pokemon games, red, blue, yellow. I had those. I had those games, and then my brother still has the some of the Pokemon Stadium. You know, and I used to put my games in the Pokemon Stadium joint, and people could play with all my level 99 Pokemon. All my Pokemon were up to level 99. Don't play Pokemon games anymore, but it was good times to play them. Even though Mario isn't your favorite, even your favorite Mario, even though Mario isn't your favorite Nintendo character, have you at least played the game? Yeah, see, okay, see, you guys are really not getting what I mean by that. I don't hate Mario, hate him. What I don't like is that he's looked upon as what really is the god of Nintendo. That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like about Mario. I don't like that because I don't look at him like that. I don't look at him as a face either. But I respect his games. I love his games. Don't get me wrong. I love his games. Mario 1. Who can't? That's a classic. Mario 2. Classic. Shut up. Mario 3. Love. I still have Mario 3. Mario 64. I played. Liked it. Mario Galaxy. I've seen people play it, and I've touched it once or twice, but it was fun. The Mario Karts are fun. I'm not saying that he's not a legend, but he's not.
Somebody said he's the greatest of the
Greatest my ass.
I said the greatest of the greatest.
I'll say he's maybe one of them. Oh, yeah, but there's somebody else up in there. Oh, goddamn firecrackers. Still blowing fireworks. I hate that. I don't know. But anyway, still shooting off fireworks in my neighborhood. Unbelievable. Anyway, that sounded like an M80 that just went off. But anyway, I don't hate Mario, but I played the games, and I like the games. Dr. Mario, I could care less about. Don't play those. But it's just that. Look, I'm more of a Link, Samus guy. Those are the guys. Those two are in my book above Mario. Like, bam. The way I look at Mario is like, how you're supposed to be a hero. Like, later on, they really started making Mario kind of a dick. Like when he's like rolling his eyes when he has to save Princess, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah, she is probably the greatest damsel in distress, but that was Link to arms right away. He ain't gonna be like, oh, here we go again. No, take the Master Sword. Let's go. Ain't none of that rolling your eyes and shit. Like, let's get out of here. That's just me. But yeah, I played Mario. I don't hate Mario games. I ain't jealous of that either. Yeah, right. He gotta put out 3 to 4 games. Somebody like Samus, Link, they put out one. Some games go sell one time. Yeah, he has to put like 3 or 4 games out. Like that don't work for me. Hey, no, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Call of Duty. I'm like, yeah, do they gotta always put out? They have to put out a game every year. It's like, come on. It's just like that video with JR. When they were showing it. Enough's enough.
You think that Mario is going to on the game, bro? Because Nintendo only puts them out. What you think about it? Nintendo mostly just put him, Link, Samus, Pokemon. Now they finally starting to put Captain Cloud.
Yeah, that's another thing I will agree. I really will agree with that. Nintendo really has a problem of really, in my opinion, they really have a problem with diversity. In my opinion, where they just stick with like a main four, and then like they just forget the others. Like we're finally getting another Star Fox and another F-Zero. You know, I would love to see Kid Icarus on a console, not on a GameCube or something like that. On a Game Boy or things like that. You know, I want to see stuff like that. So yeah, those are a couple of them definitely. I would say. Your next question is, what new customization feature would you like to see in WWE 2K16? Uh, oh, this is from Jarrett Flowers. Sorry, Jarrett J Flow. Uh, well, first of all, they seem to take out a lot of stuff, and I'm tired of that. Leave that stuff in. That's why I didn't get 2K15. Like they took out so much because I create a lot. I create that's my favorite part of the games. Once I get all the stuff, the achievements and everything, and play through the game, it becomes more about me making my own league, which I have made. Make my own wrestlers, and me and Malcolm come up with different stories. Malcolm's kind of like the booker and stuff, and it is fun, and we don't put it online, but you know, but yeah, I do stuff like that. So just keeping a lot of the same, keep the stuff in there. Don't take out a lot of stuff. Just having a lot equal value is a big importance to me as well. Yeah, look at 15. Like it was like they weren't showing the younger older system. They were really they were showing like what it looks like on next gen. You're paying basically was paying for graphics. And other than that, we've heard stories like you can't create this, you can't do that. I'm like, are you kidding me? You can't create female wrestlers. Yeah, you can't create arenas, story designs, all that stuff. I'm like, really? Yo, what the hell? So yeah, those stuff like that, I was just like, yeah, get out of here. Uh, what story would you like to see in Injustice 2? I don't know, because it would have to be something different. I can't even really go into detail about maybe, I don't know, maybe what's going on now in that world. I don't know. It's hard to say. But it was an interesting story, seeing Superman go that crazed, because of Lois's death. It's just like shit. Like, and what he did to Joker is like he did something that Batman fans have been saying that Batman fucking kill his goddamn, don't save him, kill him, stuff like that. So his Superman comes in and just X-ray and heat beams this hole in his chest, and it was done. It's over. And then you're seeing how many people are on his side. Like, Wonder Woman joins up with him, and she's like with him. Like she wouldn't. I would honestly say, real Diana would have a problem with seeing Clark that way. She would do everything in her power to tell Clark, look, I understand Lois is dead. We get that, but you can't do this, Clark. This is not you. Just stuff like that. Yeah. Killed Billy. Yeah, he lobotomized Billy. Right there was just like, are you? This Superman is crazy. Like, he's a murderer. Like, it's like you threw all what the Kents and Jarrell, your father, tried to bestow in you, and now you're killing people. First of all, you got to remember one thing. Billy is a kid. Don't let the look fool you when he turns into Captain Marvel. I refuse to call him you know what. He's still a kid at heart. He's still an 8 to 10-year-old kid. He killed him. It was just like, and you got Hal, like, yeah, he's like, I'm like, are you guys kidding me? I was like, when you look at the story, like, I was like Barry a little too late. Even though he tried to make up for it, but I'm like, yeah, a little too late, Barry. Come on, really? Stuff like that. Do you play Kingdom Hearts? I played Kingdom Hearts once. I liked it. I want to play the next one. If so, what is your favorite character in the Kingdom Hearts series? Like I said, played once. Never really got really in depth to have a really favorite character, so I can't really go into detail about that one. All right. Next up comes from Lost Senpai. Have you played Telltale's The Walking Dead or The Wolf Amongst Us? No, I have not played those. I've heard good stuff about both games, but I'm not the biggest PC. I believe those are PC games or they're downloadable content games. I'm not sure, but I'm not the biggest PC game fan. I mean, I just started playing, the Five Nights at Freddy's. It was just like I saw people talk about it, and I'm like, what is this Five Nights at Freddy's? Then a good friend of mine, Eliza, Galactus girl, she put these things up, and I'm like, what is that? Like, where is this stuff from? Then you see, and I'm like, what is this game? And I was interested, so I bought the first two. I still got to buy the three. I know the fourth one came out. This game got so popular that they're gonna make a movie out of it. It's like, it's just crazy. It's like, how are they gonna do it? Have you ever played any of the Jackson Daxter games? Yes, I have, and I can't wait to see what they do next with those games. So yeah, I love Jack and Daxter. Good stuff. And do you think they should make another one for PS4? Abso-freaking-lutely. What are some video game crossovers you would like to see? Once again, there's a video I just did, so you can go check that out. But I'll just name two right off the top, right in here. I would love to see a Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden crossover. Oh my God, that would be so sweet to see Ryu and Dante. Maybe even, here we go. How about this one? A Ashura's Wrath and a God of War crossover. Or maybe a God of War and Heavenly Sword crossover. How about that? Have you played Transformers War on Cybertron and the Fall of Cybertron? If not, you're not there. Then you got to. They're great. Yeah, I have to play those. I definitely want to play those. Those are on my list of games to play, especially come on, guys. You know me, I'm a huge Transformers fan. I grew up with that. So of course I'm gonna play them. You just gotta find the time to play them and get them. So yeah, definitely. Next up, Shadow Goth Ryu. Hey Devin. What's up, crew? What's up, Chris? What's up, girl? Here are my questions. Have you played The Bouncer? And if so, what are your thoughts? I have. They were fun. I'll throw this question back at you. Have you played Fighting Force? Do you remember Gauntlet Legends? Hell yeah. Fun games. Good times. Have you ever played Star Ocean games? Yes, I have. That's another RPG franchise I like playing. What are your thoughts on Ken's new look? I just mentioned that. I talked about that earlier. You're not the first person to ask that. I like the new look. Looks great. Looks great. And what are your thoughts on Horizon, the new Dawn? That game right there, I looked at that. I was like, what is this? When I watched that trailer of Horizon, I was just like, what is this? My eyes were just wide open. I'm like, holy shit, what is this game? Tell me when this is coming out. I was like, and I believe it's a Sony exclusive. So it's like, yeah, good stuff. That game looks sweet. Looks sweet. It reminded me a little bit of, remember the game with Monkey, damn it, what's it called? I have it too. Namco put it out. It's kind of based off the Monkey King. Enslaved, yeah. It kind of looks like that, but just upped up. It's amped up. That looks great. I can't wait to play that. Next up is from 5863 to HHHHH. And this is the last questions that were given to me on the announcement vid, and then I'll get to the questions that I keep seeing blinking up. All right. Have you finished Darksiders 1 and 2? How was your experience? Personally, I love both games. One of my favorite gaming franchise. I'm looking forward to a third entry in the series. I have not finished Darksiders at all. I'm still playing through, so no, I have not finished them, but I'm liking it so far. It does make me wonder, will they make another one? Because we play with War and Death. There's still the other two horsemen. So, yeah. In terms of replay games, which games have you played most besides Mass Effect? Saints Row. I was replaying Bully for a time. Devil May Cry, of course, those are good to play over again. I have to replay God of War again because somehow, like, my memory of those games, or one of them, got taken off. And I'm like, what? Arkham is good to play again. Those are good to play again. You know, those are a couple of games. 5 biggest shocking endings you did not see coming in video games. Me and Marco were just talking about the first ending of Saints Row 1. Like, you blow up. It's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, what? I can't really think of any other shocking moments. I would say probably in Call of Duty when Soap died. He dies. I was like, what? Shocking moment. I would say the revival of Hihachi. I thought he was dead. You know, I would even say Mass Effect 3, even though, you know, it's like the extended ending really did nothing for it. It's like, okay, but still, like, you know, it could have been like, come on. Everything you did in the first game, they should have meant something more, and it didn't. I mean, Shepard shouldn't have died, or technically didn't die, because there's an ending. There's an ending where you see him or her, and he comes back. He gets up. I'm like, oh, so he didn't die. So it's like, okay, so he didn't die. Stuff like that. What is your overall favorite video game character of all time? Overall, shit. That's a hard one too. Whoever pops in my head, there you go. Link. There you go. He popped in my head. He was the first one popped in my head. Link. If Ryu would have popped in my head, yeah, there you go. Ryu. I could say Mega Man. He's up there. I did a top 50 list. I did a top 10, not a top 50 favorite female video game characters way back. You can go watch it. I still have to do my top 10, 50 male video game characters. So you probably, I'm still gonna get scheduled. I have that scheduled sometime soon. Uh, that's gonna be fun to do. Story wise, in your opinion, is who is who in your opinion is the most powerful video game character what in all fighting games? For me, it's Oni version of Akuma. Uh, Counting the crossover with Ashura as they fought to a standstill for 500 years. Yeah, that's that downloadable stuff, with Ashura and Oni. For me, I would probably have to say somebody from King of Fighters, actually. Probably Mr. Karate. That dude is fucking strong as a motherfucker. He's the guy with the Tengu mask on his face. And probably, what is the god-like character? He was in King of Fighters. He's one of the bosses. Shit, I forgot his name. But he's strong too. He's immensely powerful. So yeah. Thank you for those questions. Now I move on to the questions at hand between okay. Because I can't think of anything to ask you better, how are you doing today? I'm fine, B Mitz. I'm fine. You're not a gamer? Because this is about games, dude. But let's keep going. Let me move on. Okay, what comic book character do you think should have their own video game? There's too many, honestly. And, I would love to see Superman get another shot at a game. He needs it. Daredevil would be great. I really wish they didn't end that Daredevil game that was supposed to come out. I wouldn't mind having another Punisher game. Maybe Blade. Green Arrow. Flash. A badass Green Lantern game would work. And these games, I would want them original stories, not based off the movies or anything. That's my problem with the superhero games. Is like they're based off the movies, especially Marvel. The latest Marvel stuff, they be based off movies, and I'm like, no, Omnitron, do you think a legit super? I just talked about that, and see now guys are going into comics and video games. Keep it video game based, dudes. Not. Have you ever played Red Dead Redemption? And if so, if there was a sequel, who would you like to see? What would you like to see done with it? Well, have played Red Dead. I played both Red Dead games, the original Red Dead Revolver and their sequel or next gen Red Dead Redemption. It's good stuff. Open world Western games, probably one of the best. It's good stuff. I would love to see them do another game. Maybe take the role of a soldier during maybe the Civil War or so, or something like that, or maybe even have it be more of a how about from the eyes of the Native Americans during that time? How about that, huh? You know me, come on, I gotta represent my brothers, come on. So yeah, I would love to see a Red Dead game, but it's not. It's a Western, but it's through the eyes of the Native Americans, and I don't care which Native American pick. I don't care if it's uh, Apache, Chippewa, Comanche, Blackfoot, Cherokee, Cheyenne. I don't matter. But yeah, I would love to see that. Do you think? This is the same thing with Omnitron? Do you think it's way past time for another Incredible Hulk game on par with Hulk and Ultimate Destruction? Yeah, I wouldn't mind that because the last Hulk game that they did was the Incredible Hulk, which was kind of like just a next gen version of that. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. Open world Hulk game, yeah. Um, do you think Ashura from Ashura's Draft is more like Capcom's answer to Kratos? Similar. They are similar. They are both legitimate mythical characters. Ashura is a real character. He's not fake. Um, and Kratos is real too, but not that Kratos. There is a Kratos in Greek mythology. Um, the only difference is Ashura don't use weapons. He is the weapon. He is the fucking weapon. I think in terms of anger, Kratos got nothing on Ashura. This dude, when he gets mad, he's like, what if Goku was fucking angry all day? But he has a legitimate reason for being mad. And, you know, Ashura's Wrath was a fun game. It's a fun game. You know, the vibe of it is cool. You know, it's just, you know, when he's fighting his mentor, you know, it's so funny. Just hear, Ashura, why do we fight? And you just hear Ashura, shut up, dude. You're fighting on the moon, and he stabs him with a sword, and it's so freaking long. Like, it's still going into Ashura. I'm like, how is he surviving this? You know, it's so funny. It's like, God, yeah, this stuff is funny. But it's over the top fun. You could tell it's not supposed to be too serious, but it's fun. I really would love to see them. I want to go back to that question somebody asked, revival. I would love to see them revive God Hand. I would love to see another God Hand. That would be cool. Remember God Hand, guys? Black Doggy Claw. Yo, Chris, you think we might see a new Mega Man X game? Man, I want to see a new Mega Man game for the longest. You know, Capcom keeps teasing us. Oh, they're working on plans to revitalize the real Blue Bomber, their first mascot. Then all of a sudden, bam, down the drain. Ideas are funked. It's like, what? I really want to see a next gen Mega Man game, and I'm talking about a download another Mega Man. Is Mega Man what 10? But it's in the form of its original look. No, I want to see a Mega Man game, next gen Mega Man game, where it looks badass, but it just looks like a next gen game, you know. But keep the elements of the original feel. So yeah, actually, absolutely. Do you think Omnitron? You asked me. Do you think a He-Man game, a He-Man game in the same events of Elder Scroll could work? I'm not the biggest Elder Scroll fan either. There we go. But I wouldn't mind a kind of an RPG like game of He-Man, so to speak. But I'm not the biggest Elder Scroll fan. Like I said, this discussion Q&A will probably turn heads, but like I said, I keep it real with you guys, and I'm not the biggest Elder Scroll fan. I have friends that are huge friends that love that series. I had a friend who recently passed away who was a huge Elder Scroll fan. Huge Elder Scroll fan. That's all I would see him playing was Elder Scroll. And, you know, it was his biggest game. He loved that. You know, Skyrim and all those games. And, you know, it is what it is. Moving on. Omnitron, yes. Do you think a Legend of Korra RPG set in Republic City with 5 characters, classes, and based on it. I wouldn't mind an RPG feel like game like maybe like Final Fantasy. That'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, that'd be cool. You know, based on water bending and things like that. Yeah, I'll take that. Do you think a Punish game in the same GTA would work? That or um that or kind of in the realm of Splinter Cell, definitely. Do you think Rockstar should try and branch out into more diverse settings, like perhaps a pirate-based game? Um, I don't know because Rockstar they do their best with what they got. And look at Red Dead Redemption. That was an open world Western game. Worked. It's a great game. Bully worked. GTA works. Uh, I wouldn't mind seeing them try maybe a third person game, but if sticking to what they know and sticking to what they do best works for them, I'm all for it. A pirate game, open world pirate game, I'm not against, but it is what it is. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Keep going for. I'll try to go a little longer. Try to get this one out. Um, do you think? Oh, well, I answered that one. Start. That's from Omicron. BM. Let's. What guest characters would you put in Mortal Kombat 11? I'm thinking Terminator, Doomsday, Ryu Hayabusa, Darth Vader would be my choices. All right. Look, I don't mind the guest star characters, but they don't really kind of like, oh wow, yeah, they gotta be in it. You know, like if you're gonna put characters in it, I'm all for more putting characters that have been in the Mortal Kombat universe, but we haven't seen them in a while. Like for example, them putting Tremor, that was great. They really rebooted Tremor and did a good job with it. When's the last time we saw Tremor in that god awful uh, Special Forces Mortal Kombat game? So yeah, them doing stuff like that works. I'm not all about adding. You know, I really didn't care. I didn't care for Freddy Krueger being in the game. I was like, okay. I didn't care for Jason being in the game. Uh, Predator, I was a little shocked, but I was like, all right. But it didn't impress me more of seeing real base Mortal Kombat characters like Tanya and Tremor, people like that. So I'm all for those, but I'm more of adding characters that are needed. Like when they finally put Kenshi back in the game, I'm so happy because that's my dude. That's one of my dudes. And when he was just a downloadable character, then they put him in now in X, he was a playable character. So yeah, but Terminator, maybe because it's Warner Brothers, they probably Doomsday. Keep him out of it. I don't care for Doomsday. Ryu Hayabusa won't happen because that's under Ninja, Tecmo, and all that, so that ain't happening. Vader, maybe if Vader can get into Soul Calibur, I can't say no. The next one. Do you think Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung were missed in Mortal Kombat X, and should they have been brought back to life in the future? No. Keep them dead. You know, keep the story going. Keep the canon. It's canon. Shao Kahn's dead. Shang Tsung dead. Keep him dead. I didn't miss him too much. You know. So no. Next up, Omnitron, do you think GTA game set from the point of view of a vigilante, sort of like Death Wish in few ways? Would that'd be good. But then that kind of is Watch Dogs, because he's kind of like a vigilante. So yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Like a Charles Bronson like character. Yeah, that'd be cool. Death Wish. Good stuff. Good times. Good times. Let's see. Omnitron, you asked me if you were to make a superhero RPG console-based game, totally original superheroes, what would it be, and what developer would you want to tackle it? Probably Raven. Same people that did Legend, X-Men Legends, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. What would be the name of it? Probably use one of my characters I created from Guardian Force. Yeah, there you go. And then use my characters I created from there. That'll work. Like Leo Braveheart, who is this like lion like warrior character from a different world where it's based like medieval times, and his race is the kind of part of it. It was kind of like that was the name of the character I had. He had his sword that was passed down from father to son. It's very powerful. It's made from a metal known as the hardest substance on his world, called star metal. It's rumored that it actually comes from the stars. It was cool. Are you hyped for the Final Fantasy VII remake? Absolutely, yeah. That people have spoken. I'm looking forward to Shenmue 3. Ugh. But yes, but they say that this remake will be a little bit different. And hey, okay, I'm all for that. Add a little bit of a twist to some stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm all for that. All for it indeed. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. I take that with a grain of salt. Yes, indeed. Very much. All right. Let's see. So, any more questions? Gonna wrap this up in a few, guys. So, if anybody, get your last questions out right now before I wrap this up. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next up, video game that disappointed you the most. I answered that question earlier. There really wasn't too many video games that disappointed me. Just like I said, I bought a game once that I didn't care for. I played only like 15 minutes. I was done because it was like, it's boring. So that's kind of, you could say, disappointment. It's called Death Blow or Death Throw, whatever it's called. Do you think BioWare should try and do a console player version of the Old Republic, or set it on the console with a bounty hunter theme, sort of like the canceled Star Wars 1313? I would assume, because like I said, I never played really into a lot of the Star Wars games. Honestly, I wasn't. Old Republic, I watched friends play it, and it looked good, but I never really sat down myself and played it. I'm always like a Star Wars fan that watched those things from afar. But it was, yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, because they did cancel that Star Wars 1313 game. So yeah, is that it? So let's see. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any more questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them. Yeah, getting tongue tied. I'll answer them, and this will probably be the last question. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, here's the last two questions, guy. Last two questions. If you have any more questions, you could leave them in the comment section below. And when this video gets uploaded, I will answer them sometime later. But here we go. So the last two questions. Miko Tramiel asks, who do you want to see return in Street Fighter V, and what new characters do you want to see? I can't really say new characters because we'll just have to wait, just like what we did with that wild man that who he reminds me of Tarzan, all nuts. I thought he was the Honda. I was like, is that a Honda all messed up now, like Charlie? And then he also he reminds me of your Jiro Hanma. He's like, this guy's nuts, but he looks cool. But street characters I would like to see return in Street Fighter V, for God's sakes, please put Alex. God, when's the last time we saw Alex in a game? Street Fighter 3? And I'm not talking about when he was in Capcom versus Tatsunoko. No. I'm talking about a Street Fighter game. He's probably the only Street Fighter 3 character, I think, besides Reme, that has not, and 12 and people like that, and Q. But, okay, Alex, Sean, I want to see an older Sakura. God, I want to see an older Sakura. Like, see what she's like older. Like, no telling how strong she got. Maybe, let's see. Probably some more characters from Art of Fighting. Not Art of Fighting. From Final Fight, like the other Final Fights, like maybe Hagar. It's good to see Hagar in a Street Fighter game. He's the only one we've seen him in Capcom, but I'm talking about in Street Fighter. We've seen Guy, we've seen Cody, we've seen Hugo and Poison. Yeah, I think she was in one of the. Yeah, she was in one of the latest Street Fighter 4. I would love to see Jodai come back. She was a hit. People loved her. She's the first Korean slash Taekwondo practitioner in Street Fighter. So I would love to see her come back. Let's see. Maybe one more. Maybe some of the older Street Fighter characters from the first Street Fighter. Older characters, yeah. I would like to see someone like Eagle. Come on. Let's see. And BM Bits, you asked me, do you think Marvel should make a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? Yeah. Because Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 should really have been the story continuing where Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 left off with, you stole from Galactus. You don't steal from Galactus. Now he's coming after. Yeah. But now they went into the Civil War, and, but I would love to see that done again. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I apologize for the mishap with my shutdown where I had to make 2 parts of this. I try to keep my discussions one-parters, but shit happens. It's gonna happen. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Don't worry, guys. I will be putting up the announcement for what will be the theme Q&A for August. And other than that, guys, Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Trust in me, guys, and I will entertain you. But other than that, guys, take care. I'll see you guys next time.